first Christmas where I feel confident enough to give someone a gift that I have made. It's a really basic pattern that can fit anybody. This will be fairly simple, but I hope it's a good inspiration for something that you could make super last minute. It's so cozy. Cross all your fingers for me. Let's give it a try. Hello and welcome to my channel CaitMakes, the channel where I make things, primarily my dream Pinterest wardrobe come to life. So if that sounds like fun, stick around and see what I'm making today. If you've been here before, you know that I am still fairly new to sewing. I'm in my second year now. So last Christmas, I did not feel confident enough to make people gifts because I had just started. And this is the first Christmas where I feel confident enough to give someone a gift that I have made and have it be nice quality. Last Christmas, that would not have been the case, I don't think. So I have made a couple gifts already, but I'm going to bring you along on the process of making this specific gift, which I think is a super easy one to make for any women in your life. I'm personally making them for my mother and mother-in-law. This is a pattern where you don't need to know people's sizes, but you can get creative with it. It's a really basic pattern that can fit anybody, and you can, add personality to and make it suit each person. So the pattern we're going to be making today is the New Look 6573. I'll pop up a picture over here so you can see. It comes with multiple pieces of clothing. The thing I'm going to be doing is the wrap. So I have already made one of these. I'm going to be making a second one today in a super cozy, fluffy, white cream fabric that I think will be great for the holidays. The great thing about this pattern, having made it already, is that it's super quick. It is one cut, which is amazing. So it's just one huge piece of pattern that you cut on the fold. So cutting it is kind of the main labor of this, and then finishing off all the edges. So pretty simple. It is a lot of fabric, so it's not quite as easy as that makes it sound, but it's pretty simple. Really beginner friendly, especially if you do what I did to finish off the edges, and what I'm going to do for the second one, which is finishing them off with the double fold bias tape. So much easier than doing a rolled hem, and I think it just gives it a really fun look too. It's really nice to do a contrasting color, or just give it kind of that special extra design that makes it more than just one sheet of fabric. So for my last one, I had a blue silk, and I actually finished it with this black, you can't see against my sweater, but this black bias tape. And then today, as I said, I'm going to be doing that fluffy white fabric, and I do have white bias binding, but I think I'm going to do the black again. I think that it will just make it look more special, and I just love the way the bias tape looks. I think it's such a fun design detail. So this will be fairly simple, but I hope it's a good inspiration for something that you could make super last minute. Personally, I always have the hardest time gifting for my mother and my mother-in-laws because they have everything. They never know what they want. They don't really have anything that they want. So I always have a hard time finding something for them, but I want to, get them something special and that I hope that they'll like and use. The great thing about this is that it's one pattern, for the price of mini gifts, basically. It's, not a super specific dress or something that wouldn't suit everyone's style. It's really basic, so you can individualize it based on the fabric that you're choosing, the finishing touches that you're choosing. And because it's so basic too, I'm not going to be doing this, but I think this would be a really easy one to hack and do half one color and half the other if someone's got a little funkier style. Or another cute idea would be to do the bottom part a different color and keep the top one. Lots of things you could do to this. Yeah, we're gonna be keeping it pretty simple though, because I think that will suit the person I'm gifting it to the most. So let's get started. I'll show you my fabric here. Okay, here is the fabric I'm going to be using today. It's so cozy. Hopefully hopefully you can see the texture fairly well. It is super soft and cozy. I think this will be great, especially for winter. It's the really soft side and then the really pretty weave on the back as well. So I think that it doesn't need a lining. It's still soft. It's obviously not blanket soft like this side, but I think it's still comfortable. I found this fabric at Joann's last year. I actually bought this for Christmas last year and I was considering making this exact thing, and I just ended up not feeling comfortable enough with my sewing ability to do it. So it's finally getting used. I did just lay out all the fabric and I have enough to make 2 of these. So yeah, this is the beautiful fabric. I am very excited to finally be making something out of this, and let's get started. So the pieces are officially cut out. I used pinking shears, which are my new favorite thing, just to keep it from fraying. And I'm just going to slip it on for you just so you can see how simple this is. Okay, so this is really it. It's already the wrap. Very simple. It does lay really pretty on the ends. It's square, and so it kind of hangs at different spots, so it has some interest down at the bottom, which unfortunately I don't have room to show you. Yeah, this is basically it. Now we just add the trim and then it's done. So the best last minute present to make for people. It's so quick. So yeah, for this one I am, like I said, going to do the black lining. So this will be all along the edges, which I think will be really nice. Yeah, just give it a little special touch, make it look a little fancier, I think. And what's great about like wraps and stuff too is that you can do so much with them, as I'm sure you already know, but you can put a belt and make it kind of shaped, or you can kind of drape it across and have like a little cute thing. So I feel like these are really good, really like multifaceted pieces. So anywho, this is basically already it, but let's put on the bias tape and finish off these edges, and then of course I'll put it back on for you again. I'll go somewhere where you can see the whole thing and not in this room. Now for the slowest part of this, which is putting the bias tape along all of these mini edges. Okay, I have done most of the binding on here and I love how this looks. I think it is just so classy and pretty. I think I might need the other one for myself, but anyway, so as I mentioned, I had enough fabric to cut out 2 of these. One is perfect, and then this one that I'm doing right now has a small error in it. I had used this fabric for some other stuff, and it just so happens that there is a little slit on the back part of the sleeve at the exact same spot. So I've been mulling over what I want to do to fix this. I could just do a regular seam, just kind of try to hide it, but I just feel like that's so odd that there's just a tiny little seam, and even though the fabric is fluffy, it won't be like super obvious, but you're going to be able to tell that there's a seam. And a big part of this wrap is that like the lines are so pretty and that it hangs so nicely. So I've decided to do something slightly riskier than just kind of patching it up. I don't like the way that it drapes with this. Like, it just obviously looks like a mistake. And then I was thinking about still putting the black there and then attaching it, and it would just kind of have a black line detail. I think all of these would be okay. None of them are the most ideal, But the thing I have decided to do that I'm hoping looks good, I never know with these things, is I'm going to try to do a like keyhole detail, which I've never done before, but this was kind of reminding me of that anyway. So I think if I take this and where the slit already is, if I just dip this down and up like this, then it should make a keyhole, and then I'll connect it here so that way the overall line, like, it still drapes the way it should, but then there's not just a random seam, it's like a, you know, fun detail, we hope, in the back. So I'm going to give that a try. Wish me luck. Let's hope that it looks good. And just because I don't think I said it, I'm going to cut the keyhole, and then I'm still going to do the black lining on here. So it's not just going to be the white fabric that's making the keyhole, it's going to be the like black keyhole detail. So that's what we're doing. Cross all your fingers for me. Let's give it a try. Luckily I have a second one, so if this goes really poorly, I can just do the second one and it'll be fine. Right? Right. Maybe? I'm wondering if I should make it bigger. Let's stick with this for now. I'm going to cut the other side to match so that they are hopefully even. Me wearing red lipstick and working with white fabric and putting things in my mouth, just all really good ideas. Really, really good ideas. Not dangerous at all. Okay, I've got them pinned together and I'm just going to follow the line of the one I just did and hope for the best. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay. Okay, here's the final result of the wrap that I made for a few different members of my family for this Christmas. This is the second of the white with the black trim that I made. This one actually doesn't have the keyhole detail. I can't show you that one because I actually already gifted it. As of right now, I think I'm keeping this one for myself. I think it will be really fun. If I can think of someone to gift it to, I might do that instead. But yeah, they turned out great. They were super quick to make. I'm sorry I can't show you the other one I made either because that also has already been gifted. But I made that one in a silk with a black cotton trim and it turned out great as well. So definitely recommend this pattern, recommend this idea in general for, you know, last minute gift. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this quick video. It is a little bit later than I was planning on having this posted, but if you still have anyone on your list that you want to send a belated present to, or if you have anyone's birthdays coming up, this is a great one. So hope you enjoyed and I will talk to you soon. Bye!